presentation on health by the Upjohn Company, makers of fine medicines through creative research. From the time of the ancients, health has been a thing to be greatly prized and sought after through clean living and proper mental attitudes. This is an excellent concept developed by the Greeks first of all, then adopted by the Romans, who described what health meant to them this way. Mens sana in corpore sano, a sound mind in a sound body. But what does health mean to the average man today?
If you're not sick, you're healthy, right?
Health? That's my doctor's problem.
Health means muscle. Lots of muscle.
Health means having a superior intellect.
Health means having fun with people. Lots of people.
Health means staying away from people. They got germs.
Obviously, health is many things to many people. But there is a simple modern concept that many authorities agree upon that ties in with the ancient ideal. It includes the physical side of health and the mental side, but adds another, the social side of health. The ability to get along in a world ever more crowded with people. This three-sided concept in which all sides are of equal importance can be symbolized by an equilateral triangle.
The health of man is like an equilateral triangle, completely dependent on the length and strength of its sides. Fitness of the body, soundness of the mind, ability to be socially compatible with mankind. Now if your physical's off, what a shame. You don't fit the good health frame. And if your mental's short, oh how sad. The shape you're in will still look bad. And if you're socially weak, look out, Jack. Your frame of health is out of whack.
Of course, the goal for each of us should be to have all sides of our triangle equal. But this balance can only come about through a step-by-step development. To fully realize what this means, we must start with the beginnings of life itself. The first step is physical. It takes place on a microscopic level and is the same for nearly all forms of life. In the body of a female, an egg cell called an ovum comes together with another kind of cell called sperm produced by the male. If a single sperm penetrates the ovum, the process known as fertilization takes place. As the two cells fuse into one, tiny bits of living matter called chromosomes combine to form a plan of what a new individual can become. Certain characteristics, largely physical, are already determined. In humans, such things as sex, color of eyes and skin, body type, and others. Now, as the combined cell divides again and again, nature will for a time assume responsibility for growth and development. In the mother's womb, the growing mass of cells will be protected and nourished while undergoing a series of automatic and almost miraculous changes. At the end of 1 month, these cells have become an embryo about 1/4 of an inch long, and a tiny heart starts to beat. As the 3rd month begins, the embryo is still less than an inch long, but it is a well-formed individual, now known as a fetus. After approximately 9 months, the individual has grown to weigh 6 billion times more than the original fertilized egg. The time has come for an eventful transition. Now begins the next step, and from this time on, the maturing of the individual's health triangle must depend to a great extent on outside influences. Throughout nature, most newborn creatures are helpless and must be taken care of. Now it is the parents who, for a while, assume responsibility for their development. The young must be fed. They must be protected. They must be trained in certain tasks. Young animals mature quickly and are soon left on their own. They will now be guided by natural instincts. For all intents and purposes, their health triangle is taken care of. But the sides of the health triangle for young humans are still just beginning to grow. The physical side is still a step ahead, but the mental side now begins to grow rapidly too. And learning the value of live and let live is one of the first steps in developing the social side. As a rule, physical development continues to be dominant. But in the pre-teens, the growth rate for girls is usually faster. Of course, this can be a bit of a problem at times, but it's not long before the boys begin to catch up. For both boys and girls, different parts of the body grow at different rates. This often causes a lack of coordination, or just plain clumsiness. In the overall triangle of health, the mental and social sides have been developing too. Natural curiosity sparks a desire to learn things. There is increasing attention to studies. Well, most of the time. On the social side now, there is an urge toward conformity. Separate groups tend to form by sex and may develop their own codes of behavior. Of course, sooner or later, individual boys and girls do begin to notice each other. Personal appearance becomes a matter of great concern, and temporary blemishes common to most adolescents may cause undue worry. These steps are perfectly normal. They are taken sooner or later by each individual, and they're an indication that an important point has been reached. Physical maturity has been achieved, or nearly so. This means that young people are now capable of having children of their own. But there is a catch. The mental and social sides still lag behind. Development will continue, but now young people are on their own. Decisions and choices, especially those affecting the sides of the health triangle, become the responsibility of each individual.
Responsible, responsible, consider if you please. Your health depends on taking on responsibilities. You're responsible for your body, take your stomach, thick or thin. Your physical side gets shoddy when you toss the wrong junk in. So ask yourself this question of the trash you embrace.
Will I get indigestion or just pimples on my face?
You're responsible for your thinking, emotions you express. Your mental side gets tested under stress. Oh yes, some minor irritation where trouble may be slight is never too small for a hothead to ignite. You're responsible for your manners and the way you get along. Remember, you're not always right, nor others always wrong. The shaping of your soul side is up to you, you see. From now on, it's your responsibility.
Only by accepting responsibility for yourself can all sides of the health triangle be completed and maintained. And this, after all, should be our goal.
The health of man is like an equilateral triangle. depended on the length and strength of each side.
This film is part of a continuing program by the Upjohn Company in the interest of a better understanding of health.